Ha 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 ha, yeah, we are talking about the Vancouver Canucks in yet another embarrassing capacity here. Because it just got worse for this hockey team. And no, we are not directly referring to on-ice performance or the players that are employed by this team or anything related to that. Instead, we are talking about the team itself and the procedures in which they have done that may or may not have infringed local laws. Yeah, it just keeps on getting better for the Vancouver Canucks. Today, we are talking about jobs. No, not our buddy Steve, but we are talking about the job openings that the Vancouver Canucks have gone out there and posted about the past few weeks here. It has been quite the notable topic amongst this group of people that follow the Vancouver Canucks on social media that various positions have been posted on their job recruitment site. It's all right here on recruiting.ultipro.ca. Canucks Sports and Entertainment, head office positions. There are a number of opportunities that the Vancouver Canucks have, from Senior Director of Ticket Sales to Manager of Service Operations, Director of Social Media, the Manager of the President's Club. There are 14 different opportunities that the Vancouver Canucks have for people to join the sports and entertainment division of this hockey club. They're not hiring you to play for the team, they're hiring you to potentially do some stuff with the social media and potentially other things like that. Now, I just wanted to give a quick aside here and respond to a thought that I get quite often from folks in my own personal life and folks here on YouTube. I get asked quite a lot, hey, would you ever want to work for the Vancouver Canucks? Do you want to be a part of that bubble? And maybe I'm incriminating myself here. Maybe I'm screwing myself over by making this comment, but for me personally, I'm kind of good with where I'm at right here. Because for me, as a third-party fan who makes YouTube videos in his bedroom as a full-time job, I kind of have the right to say whatever the heck it is that I want to say about this Vancouver Canucks team. And while I don't doubt that there are going to be people applying for these jobs, and I wish them all very good luck, and if they get the jobs, that is amazing, great opportunities for them to be working with an NHL team. I will say, if I was quote-unquote working for the Canucks, I feel like that, in a way, would all of a sudden eliminate my right to be critical of this team in any capacity on these YouTube videos here. And I really value my ability to freely criticize whatever it is the Canucks are doing, which is what we are doing here in this commentary, because it turns out the Vancouver Canucks and their job postings that they had on this website, turns out they're breaking the law. Let's head over to an article published by Daniel Wagner on VancouverisAwesome.com from earlier yesterday. The Canucks job postings are breaking the law because they do not comply with BC's Pay Transparency Act. Oh boy. Of course, man. Of course the Vancouver Canucks job postings don't comply with the rulings that the law has on paper. Let's dive into it here. Article's going to be in the description if you want to go out there and read it yourself. The good news is the Canucks are always hiring, posting opportunities on their recruitment site year-round. They currently have 13 postings on the site in categories like service, sales, marketing, and administration. It's 14 now, at the time of me talking into this microphone. There's just one problem, though. Each of those job postings is breaking a provincial law. Take, for example, the job posting titled Director of Social Media and Content. The posting is comprehensive in detailing the essential duties and responsibilities of the position, which include overseeing the Canucks social media team and producing content for fans. It also includes the requirements for the position, including a degree in marketing or similar, and 8 years of work-related experience. What's missing, though, is how much the job pays. And if you scroll down to the Vancouver Canucks recruiting site, none of these job opportunities have payment listed on the book. They're all just either scheduling, the number of the job category, and then, like, what you're gonna do. The manager of digital marketing will lead the digital marketing strategy for all entities within Canucks Sports and Entertainment. They will oversee a team of specialists to manage and enhance the digital customer journey across the web, mobile, email, SMS, and paid to deliver on company objectives. That's great. If you want to be a manager of digital marketing, I won't stop you. That's totally fine. Go ahead and apply to this if you want. But there is no payment listed out. Now, this is where things get a little bit interesting. Because BC's Pay Transparency Act, which became a law on May 11th, 2023, requires all employers in BC to, quote-unquote, include the expected pay or pay range in all public job postings. When reached for comment, BC's Ministry of Finance confirmed that the Canucks job postings were required to show pay information. Job postings from this employer are subject to BC's Pay Transparency Act, they said. The Ministry of Finance's Gender Equity Office has reached out to this employer regarding its job posting practices to remind them to their obligations under the Act. So essentially, turns out this Act, which became in place like almost 2 weeks ago, essentially, makes it so that all of the public Canucks job openings are violating the law. Now, I know what some of y'all might be saying. Hey, this is a brand new thing that was introduced just 2 weeks ago, so maybe it's not that bad, right? And yeah, I'll give you that. It's not the worst thing in the world. They're not murdering anybody. Like, this is not the biggest deal in the world. And in fact, it's written out here in the article at this point. There's just a reminder. That's all the Canucks are going to get here, because there are no repercussions under the Pay Transparency Act. Currently, there are no administrative penalties under the Pay Transparency Act, said the Ministry of Finance. The province takes an educational approach with employers. They noted that this educational approach has been effective, with 85% of job postings now including salary information. They also encourage people to let them know when they see a job posting that doesn't provide salary information. Members of the public are welcome to report any job postings that do not follow requirements under the Act by emailing paytransparency@gov.bc.ca, they said. The GEO acts on these confidential reports and follows up with employers where needed to provide information about the Act. And then the bottom here, it says the intent of the Pay Transparency Act is to address wage inequities by making pay information more accessible publicly, with the Ministry of Finance stating that this is ultimately beneficial for employers. The Pay Transparency Act was introduced as a tool to address BC's gender pay gap, which is one of the highest amongst provinces, said the Ministry of Finance, noting that improvements in childcare, employment and skills training, transportation, and increases to the minimum wage were also part of their efforts to reduce the wage gap. Vancouver is Awesome reached out to the Canucks for comment, but they did not respond by press time. Daniel Wagner, man. Oh, what a great piece right here. You know, it's fun to dunk on the Canucks. I know it is. But this is one of these things where it's like, yeah, when it gets to the point that it's not even on the ice anymore, we're not talking about the games, we're not talking about Pettersson scoring any points, we're talking about the job postings and how these are also violating what is put into place in the law. Oh man, they gotta put the expected wages on these job postings soon. They were putting up new job postings as early as yesterday. Senior Director of Ticket Sales and Service was published on May 23rd, 2025. A full however many days it was after this new bill was pushed. So with that, I want you to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about the Vancouver Canucks and their job postings breaking the law. A lot of folks are going out there and debating or discussing or hypothesizing that Canucks sports and entertainment wages are low and that's why they don't have them numbers on there or something rather. But I don't want to get into any of that. We'll just stick with what is literally written on the books here. And it turns out that omitting this information is technically not allowed. So, yeah, big dubs for the Vancouver Canucks, right? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about the Canucks and this wage situation. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.